That's another thing I just realized. Am I recording? Yeah. Another thing I realized, I don't even know what I'm saying. What was I saying? Oh, I don't even know, like, when I put the mics, like, you can't use the front-facing camera. I'm like, Mike, what do you know about cameras? And then I remember, I don't know anything about cameras. That's one of my main problems. I will argue about stuff I don't know just because that's how I get down. And I know that's not good. But if you're not going to believe in yourself in an argument, who's gonna? You know what I mean? It's really killing me, too, because my windows are fogging up. I don't know if I run hot. Like, I know I do. I'm a presence when I walk into a fucking room. But every time I sit in a car, my windows fog. And I don't know if that's because I open my mouth too much when I talk. I don't know what that's about. Is this on me? How do I look? Check my ones and twos. Lord and Taylor. Is that a fat people store? I always forget. Or is that Ann Taylor? Ann Taylor just sounds like a fat name, right? And I mean that with respect. I was just talking about how much I wish I was fat. If I was one of them fat guys who owned his fatness, but then even when they get good, like Action Bronson, I used to watch Action Bronson and be like, God damn it, I love him being fat. He loves it. And then fucking 3 years later, a guy's swinging around kettlebells and he's like, I hate being fat. I'm like, I know it. You know, bummer. But I like a good, nice fat guy who can own the fatness. You gotta own the fatness. You're putting the fatness on a pedestal, baby. You gotta take the pussy off the pedestal. I don't remember what I was supposed to do at work today. Dude, this job I'm working at now, this guy, it's like, I think they built a house in 2008, right? It's like one of them, it's a nice house. It's in the main line of Philly. Because you know Daddy only works at me. That's another thing. I'm doing my side job on Saturday. And this fucking carpenter, like, I can just tell, like, I've been doing construction for so long, sadly, that I can tell by how a guy walks into a house how bad he is at his job. Which is crazy, because people probably look at me and they're like, this guy's got to be retarded. You know, like, that's the vibe I feel like I give off. Because, I mean, I look like I'm 18 years old still, which is crazy. Most people think, like, this guy's got to be 26, 27. Just kidding, but this guy walked in looked like a total fucking tool. And we start working. Like, first of all, I hate when guys, I give you a price on a job, right? You tell me what you want. I'm going to come do this, this, and this. And you get 3 hours into a job, he's like, can you look at this? I'm like, hey, can you look at this? The list of shit I said you'd pay me for? Is that thing on that list? Then suck a dick. I'll do it, but it's not going to be for the same price. Like, this isn't a fucking family restaurant, Pop. Like, you're not getting an extra side of ranch. Give me the 50 cents. And it's going to be way more than 50 cents. I got a kid. I got mouth to feed, okay? You know what I mean? Luckily, I have a security blanket with my rich bitch. I love saying she's rich because she's not. She's like, dude, her level of worry about money. Like, if I made as much money as she did, I'd be like, who the fuck wants a jet ski, dude? And that's why I'm poor. I spend what I make, Daddy. You catch me at the bar, who knows? I might buy you a drink. Speaking of the bar, good Lord. I went out with my sister last week. Wednesday night, I haven't seen my sister. And, not Danielle, my other sister. Is this the fucking road? Yeah. Whatchamacallit? No, so we're like, let's go out, have a drink. And, brother, we should have, I was like, dude, let's go to Helium and hang out. There's a show tonight. I got so drunk, somehow, I had like, not that many. I had like 9 or 10 beers and like 3 shots, maybe 3 or 4 shots. Fucking fell asleep at the bar. What does everybody do? Take care of me? No. Somebody FaceTimed my bitch. So she's fucking worrying. I'm like, dude, if I die, I die. That's what sucks now. That was like my favorite thing about, like, I don't know. You could just black out and be like, nobody cares. And now I'm like, oh, I got a baby. Ooh. So now I gotta straighten up. But, dude, the worst thing I've ever done is install a fucking security camera at my house. Because everybody's like, oh, it's for security. It's good for peace of mind. I'm like, is it? Because I'm just being watched by the fucking Chinese state. My girlfriend knows when I come, when I leave. So, like, she can hear me yelling into altercations with my neighbors. I wish you guys could see this little forest I'm driving through. Like, down Gladwin, it is nice. I mean, windy road. You can tell how many rich guys hit this fucking, like, guardrail. It's a good time. Also, what the fuck was I even talking about? I hate the home security camera. It's like everybody's like, it's for home security. I'm like, I don't know. It seems like it's just to watch black guys from UPS get bit by dogs now. Like, it's that and fat guys falling off porches. Because all they do in Philly is like, oh, my Ring cam caught that shooting. Oh, what the guy look like? Oh, he had a Pooh Shiesty mask on? They don't do shit. All they do is get me yelled at by my girlfriend. She's like sending me screenshots of me walking in. Apparently I lost a fucking shoe in a taxi. Bad look. But honestly, I sent those shoes to Valhalla. They've been around. That's what I get for talking about. They were the shoes I talked about on the podcast last week, if you watched this last week. I do love that I'm recording this for like 15 dudes. That really gets me going, dude. I'm trying to step the vibes up because there's a couple guys on YouTube who were like, yo, I love that you put this out at 5 a.m. I'm like, dog, this podcast is by the working man for the working man. What the fuck is good? That's what I'm saying. Somebody's got to back us boys up. Trump's always backing up the working class. I'm like, faggot, let me feel your hand. Oh, faggot. I didn't mean to say that. You know, I'm going to work. I got to get my mind right. And you guys know I'm not a hateful guy. I love the gays, dude. When I say F word, I'm saying guys who can't throw footballs right. You know what I mean. I think I have my mouth muffled. Like, I bet that would have just slipped on by. Also, if you listen to this podcast and you get offended by that, stop listening. Because it's going to get worse. I just don't want to hurt the gays' feelings. Speaking of gays, Travis Kelce's dating Taylor Swift. What an idiot. I mean, this tastes like shit, dude. I feel like there's cum in my coffee. It's not that it matters, but yeah. I do love a nice post lamp at the end of a driveway. I do love it. I can't get enough. Electric works in my blood. I can't believe I'm turning into that level of a dad. Guess what I did last night? Oh, Chief, I put up wallpaper this weekend. Last night I painted. I got cut in the whole room. But I put up wallpaper this weekend, and marom, I almost I don't get how guys work with their, all these people who are like, oh, we're doing home makeover with my husband. I'd rather die than do a household construction job with my girl. I love her to death, but get in the kitchen, dude. Get in the kitchen. Daddy's got it. I don't like working with people. I'm not a nice guy to work with. I'm making fun of you the whole time. I'm just taking it out on you that I never learned how to fucking do multiplication. You know what I mean? Like, if I would have really set my mind to it, I would have been doing something else in my life. But we're not. So I do this wallpaper. It's fucking pain in the dick. And I posted on Instagram being funny, like, my daughter doesn't like this. I'm gonna fucking, she's grounded. And some dude on Twitter was like, I hate it. He said something like, whatever. And I was like, dog, it's a fucking girl's nursery. I produce too much tea to argue with you about it. And he's like, yet here you are. I'm like, dude. And then he said something about he said something. And I was like, I don't have time to argue with you, brother. And he's like, I'm not your brothers. I don't do heroin. I'm like, dude, oh, you making a fun, I got dead brothers joke? Cool, dude. Very cool. Blocked. And I'm like, it doesn't even upset me, but I'm like, dog, I'm not going to argue with a grown man on Twitter. If you're annoying and you talk shit to me on Twitter, I'm going to block you. Because I wouldn't block you. I'll tell you what, I'll unblock people. That's the only person I've ever blocked. If you say some shit to me like that, if you're not if you're not around me for a physical confrontation, I'm not arguing with you. If you're a grown man, I don't argue with grown men. If you're going to talk to me wild like that, I will slap the fuck out of you. Yeah, I'm just like, dude, do you having fun? Guy with no with it not his actual face because you look like a fucking lesbian. He said that, and then my fucking cousin, this bitch, I mean, we're not going to get into it. But she's like, oh, I see a couple wrinkles in that wallpaper. I'm like, yeah, I'm an electrician, bitch. No shit. But I was like, oh, not as many wrinkles as your husband has in his face. That's like, dude, he's British. Fuck him. But I'm like, dude, I'm all about making fun of people, but I'm going to say something back to you, and it's going to be meaner. And that's my policy. I'm sorry, you don't like the policy. Did I go the wrong way? No, I don't think I did. Dude, every fucking road around here is so windy. You're like, is this it? I don't know, dude. I mean, the drunk driving in this neighborhood's gotta be so difficult. I mean, this thing, I mean, you feel it. You feel these rumbles, and I'm winding, brother. I'm winding and dining. Dirty wine. Shout out Jamaica. Yeah, so the wallpaper's up. I gotta paint. I just love, I really can't get, like, I don't get how people argue with people on the internet, because all I want to do is, like, dude, once you start saying too much shit to me, I'm like, I gotta see what this guy looks like. If you're not willing to say shit to me in person, I'm just blocking you, because I'm like, dude, you know how bad I wish some Philly comedians would fucking say something to me? Because you talk shit on people, and they're like, oh, you wouldn't say it to their face. I'm like, I know I wouldn't say it to their face, because it'd be mean. What the fuck are they gonna do to me? I know that's not the right way to think. I know I'm a 35-year-old man, and I'm like, well, if I can say something to you and you can't do shit about it, I'm not going to say it to your face, because then I'm a bully, right? I'm not just going to bully another grown man. That's sad. Even though I do love bullying people. When I know they're, like, for sure in the wrong, I'm like, you're wrong. Pussy, do something. I almost said the bad F word again. God, I got to stop with that. That's even my daughter's middle name. There's some gay guy who follows me on Instagram, and he follows me on Instagram, and his Instagram handle is faggot, but it's FAGUETTE, like baguette. And I was like, dude, we're just backing out, Chief? Don't worry about little old me. Don't even turn your fucking head. I hate 18-wheeler drivers, dude. Like, I realize that's a very hard job, and that's a pain in the dick. But, like, you guys don't own the road just because you drive more than everybody. You know what I mean? Do I own all women because I get more pussy than all you guys? No, that's not fair, is it? I don't think that's fair. So let's just play it fair across the boards. You know what I mean? But I think that's it for the podcast. I mean, let me know if this was bad, because it felt bad. But I gotta go to work, dog. You think these houses are gonna wire themselves? You think hi-hats put themselves up? I'm doing head movement drills. But, inshallah, God is great. I'm just kidding. I'm Catholic as hell. I'm going to have to get my daughter christened, or baptized. Not baptized, christened. Christened, confirmed, Danish. Have a good week. Peace.